Stuff open. What's up, guys? What's going on? Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to rumble? All right, we're down here. Let's see if people start logging in. All right, guys, it is 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. That means it's time to talk about stuff. We're going to talk about muscle today. One of my favorite topics. Um, Common question is, how do I build muscle? What do I need to do to build muscle? You know what? Let me drop this over here. So, hey, Jennifer, let me drop this down here, see if this works, see if that works. Now I can actually look at what I'm doing. Hey, there we go. All right. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Oklahoma. That's awesome. Fantastic. You're what, an hour, 2 hours behind? I always forget the time zones and daylight savings time and messes all that up. Hopefully we get some information that helps you out here. We're talking about building muscle. Like I said, it's one of my favorite topics because I think it's something that everybody needs to do as much as possible. We can all use more muscle because it's just important to everything. There's a whole another conversation we can maybe have on one of these talks about why is muscle important in the first place. But just in general, know that it helps with all sorts of things in your body. It helps regulate your metabolism. It helps you function throughout the day. Strength is the foundation for fitness. So it's really important that you have as much muscle on your body as possible. Okay. So what does it take? What do you need in order to build muscle? Okay. There are two things that you need. And this is really, it does not have to be super complicated. This is really, really simple. You need protein to build muscle, and you need to give your body a reason to build muscle. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay. So when we talk about that, let's just break it down. You need protein. Protein is a building block for muscle, right? Your body uses protein. We talked about this last week in oxidative when we talked about oxidative priority. The body doesn't burn protein as fuel, it uses it as building material to help your body repair, to help your body grow muscle, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's why protein is important. If you have enough protein, there are basically functions of what protein is used for. One of the functions is muscle protein synthesis, the building of muscle. Okay. It's also used for metabolic regulation. It's also used for cell repair. It's used for growing your hair and all kinds of other things, right? There's a ton of different things that muscle is used for. If you're not getting enough protein, okay, and this is where we come up with, well, how much protein do I need? All that kind of stuff. The bottom line is nobody really knows exactly how to determine how much protein you need. Okay, it's kind of hit or miss. Everyone's a little different, but the general rule, and this is my recommendation for everybody, is the general rule: you want to get at least 1 pound, sorry, 1 gram per pound of lean mass on your body. Okay, that is a good place to start. Many people, hear this, please, please hear this. Many people end up going higher than that over time. Okay, because they start realizing that the more protein they get, the better they feel, the more energy they have, their skin is better, their hair is better, their nails are better, they feel better, like they're not as sore all the time. All of these things happen when you have the things in your body that your body needs to function. Okay. A lot of the reason why, guys, a lot and gals, a lot of the reason why you're maybe losing hair, or you may feel sore all the time, or you have bad skin, right? It might just simply be because you're not getting enough protein. You see a huge difference when you do that. All right. So where was I going with that? Getting enough protein. Start off with 1 gram per pound of lean mass, and then you should see that increase. Now, here's the deal. As you eat more, your lean mass is going to go up, so then you're going to want to eat more. Your body will upregulate how much it wants and how much it needs and how much you feel full off of what you're eating as you eat more. Your body will adjust. You will get used to eating more, and it will be a process that becomes natural to you over time. Okay. So if you're struggling, a couple things when it comes to getting enough protein in your system. If you're struggling getting protein in, spread your meals out throughout the day, right? If you have, if you're trying to do intermittent fasting, I highly recommend that you don't worry about intermittent fasting while you're trying to get the protein in that you need, because it's less likely you're going to be successful if you're trying to shove all that food that you're not used to eating into a really small window. Okay. So open your window, add more meals to your day, eat throughout the day at a broader range of time until you're used to getting that amount of protein in. And then if you feel like you need to, you can shut your window and slowly close your window again and get back into intermittent fasting. Most of the people that I work with, most of the people that I've had experience with who have done intermittent fasting have seen more success with body composition changes just by increasing the protein than by intermittent fasting. Okay, because it's the mindset shift we talked about before. You're trying to grow, you're not trying to lose. Intermittent fasting, the number one reason why people do intermittent fasting is because they feel like it's the best way to lose body fat. Okay, and it's a great way to help with body composition. The problem is, in order to do intermittent fasting correctly, you need to still maintain your adequate intake of protein, fat, and micronutrients. In most cases, when people intermittent fast, they end up reducing their overall calorie intake, their overall food and nutrition intake, and that is counterproductive to the intermittent fasting. So if you are already not getting enough protein and then you add in intermittent fasting, chances are you are defeating the purpose, and the intermittent fasting really isn't helping you do anything other than if you were dieting and cutting back, doing caloric restriction in the first place. It's basically the same as just cutting back your calories, because you're not giving your body a chance to work properly because it doesn't have the tools it needs to work properly. Okay, all you're doing is just eating less, and that is not what intermittent fasting is all about. Okay, whole different discussion. I got a soapbox. We can talk about that sometime. Okay. Back to getting more protein. So get your protein. If you have trouble, I work with clients. Sometimes it's just a matter of add a couple eggs. I do recommend sometimes people take, whatever you normally eat in one meal. Here's a way that you can do it. Whatever you normally eat in one meal for your protein, just add half of that. So if you normally eat a chicken breast with your lunch, try to eat a chicken breast and a half. Okay, just add a half. Okay, if you normally eat two hamburger patties for dinner, try to eat three. If you can do that at every meal, you're going to get used to eating more protein at each meal, and it's going to increase your overall protein intake without really making you feel stuffed and like you're gorging yourself all day long. Okay, so take it slow; it will work. When I first started, 150 grams of protein a day was a lot for me. I can do 250, 300 grams a day, and I'm fine right now. It's not that big a deal. Okay, it takes time. You'll be fine. Okay, it'll work, and you'll start noticing other improvements even before your body composition changes happen. You're going to start noticing other things improve, and it's going to change your life. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. Okay, so that's one. Get more protein, and I guarantee you, you will get more muscle. That's all you need, protein. You don't need to worry about fat. You don't need to worry about carbs. All you need to build muscle is protein. Okay, now you also need to give your body a reason to grow muscle. And this is where it gets the fun stuff. You need to lift weights, guys and gals. You need to lift weights. You need to move some weight. You need to move your body. You need to do stuff that's hard to do. Okay. Walking is not going to build muscle. Running is not really going to build muscle. Um, Doing a lot of steady state cardio is not going to improve your overall health. But, but it's going to help me lose fat. It's not really. Okay. The best way, the absolute best way for you to improve your body composition, which means increasing your lean mass, is to work out and lift weights. Okay, lifting weights is sending a signal. When you move your muscle and you try to move your muscles, you try to move weight and use your muscles and get them to do something that they're not able to do. That's the key. So this is hard. I don't know if I can do this. I can do 3 reps of this curl, or I can squat and stand up, sit up and stand up and sit down in this chair a few times before my legs get tired. I don't know if I can do it anymore. My legs are tired. That feeling of your legs are being tired is sending a signal to your body that says, I'm being asked to do something that I'm not ready to do. I need to get ready to do it in case I'm asked again. That's what working out is for. That's what fitness is. You're putting your body into a situation of stress and making it respond so that it can handle that stress better the next time it's exposed to that level of stress, right? And then you just keep repeating that. Whatever the stress is, it's curling, it can be a curl, it can be walking upstairs, it can be something where you're activating and pushing weight, your body weight, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a barbell, a bag, a box, a milk jug, your kids, a couch, whatever it may be. Okay, you're moving something and you're telling your body, I need to be able to do this next time. So I need to do something. What does it do? Your body then goes into what we call muscle repair, right? You're breaking things down, you're working on it, you're adding stress, and then it has to fix it, repair, and grow and build more muscle. We have muscle fibers, and this is what we're talking about. There's 2 different ways to grow muscle. All right. So when we work out, there's a type of work that we're doing when we're using our muscles. It's called hypertrophy. Okay. It's hypertrophy together, hypertrophy. Okay. And basically that just means growing muscle. We'll keep it simple. All right. Now, there are 2 different kinds of hypertrophy that you need to know about, and they do different things, even though there's some overlap. All right. When you're doing things that are what we call activating sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, all right, but I guess before we do that, we need to talk about what are muscle fibers. Your muscles are made of a bunch of strings, okay, strings of muscle fibers, right? They're all interwoven, okay? Hey, what's up, Cheryl? It's from Sydney. I love it. I love it, okay? Your muscles are all woven together, okay? And I wish I had a whiteboard behind me that I could draw this on, but basically, you have 2 ways that your muscles can grow. They can grow by getting more fibers, right? Making those fibers more numerous, okay? And if you think of rope, the more strands in the fiber, the stronger the rope is, okay? So we're looking at, hey, we're going to add strands and we're going to make this thing stronger, all right? That's one way to grow. When we talk about adding strands and we're increasing the tensile strength, we're basically making the rope stronger so that it can move more and handle more stress. Okay, that is called myofibrillar hypertrophy. Okay, and you can remember that because it's like fibers in the muscle, myofibrillar. Okay, that is adding strands, making the tensile strength of your muscle fibers stronger. Okay. There's a second way that you can make them. All your muscle fibers are also filled with a fluid. They're like tubes. Okay. And there's compartments in there and they're filled with fluid called sarcoplasmic fluid. So there's something called sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which basically allows each fiber to increase in size and have more compartments with more fluid in them, making each fiber larger and able to handle a little bit more stress. It makes it a little bit more structurally sound. Okay, so sarcoplasmic hypertrophy improves the structure of the fibers, making them stronger and able to support more. Okay, so there's one that's basically think about it like it's making your muscles more dense and stronger, the tensile strength. And then the other one is each individual fiber making that a more structurally sound so it can handle more stress. Okay, 2 different ways. Now, how does that apply to what you guys are trying to do? When we talk about sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, what we're talking about is basically growing and getting bigger. Okay, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is what you see a lot of bodybuilders do most people, when they talk about hypertrophy in general, what they're talking about is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. They want bigger muscles. Okay, and how do we do that when we do exercises? When we're exercising and lifting weights, and we're doing moderate to light weights, but we're doing sets of 12, 15, 18, 20, 22, 24 reps at a time, that is building size. That is sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Okay. So if you want to get big, if you want to really shape your body and get that physique that you're looking for, you want to focus on sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. And that is what a lot of bodybuilders do after they build a base and then they get big. When they do their different phases of training, they're working on a high rep, super high intensity, pushing as many reps as they possibly can and getting as much volume into their muscles as they can to get them bigger. Okay. There is some overlap in when you do that, you are going to get stronger because you are increasing the structure, the stress that your muscles can handle. So, yes, you're not lifting super heavy weights, but you will get stronger because you're adding size and strength to your muscles. There is some strength development in sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, but it's not the focus. The focus is on size. Okay. The second one, myofibrillar hypertrophy, and I probably won't say that as many times because that's a tongue twister. Myofibrillar hypertrophy, which we're going to just say, we're just going to say building strength, is what you focus on when you're doing really heavy weights for lower reps. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 8 reps. Those ranges are where you build strong, really tight, dense muscle. Okay, that's where power lifters tend to work on. The guys that are lifting 700 pounds off the floor, right? They focus on most of their work. They don't go above 5 reps for most of their training because they want to get as heavy as they can and build as much absolute strength as they possibly can, right? Now, will they get bigger? A little bit, but they are way more dense. If you look at a bodybuilder compared to a power lifter, power lifters tend to be really, really dense, but super strong. Okay. Bodybuilders tend to be strong in general, but they're way bigger usually than the powerlifters are, right? And you'll see powerlifters outlifting bodybuilders, even though the bodybuilders are bigger. Okay, think about that. Powerlifters will outlift bodybuilders, even though bodybuilders are bigger in many instances. Okay, I mean that's not an absolute. There's definitely things across the board, but when you look at the focus of what they're doing, bodybuilders are looking for aesthetics and trying to get big muscles, and powerlifters are trying to lift the most weight. Period. They don't care how big they get; they just want to lift big weight. Okay, so there's two very different ways to build muscle. Now, how does this apply to you? Aha! Here's the secret sauce. There's a range that I like to work in when I work with clients who are normal, everyday, average people, just like me. Okay. That is the 3 to 12 or 15 range. I'll just say 3 to 15. If you look at most of my programs, there's going to be days where we do stuff that's really heavy for 3 reps. Okay. And there's going to be stuff that's moderately heavy for 12 to 15 reps. Okay. So what we do is in my programs and any good, well-rounded general population functional fitness program, you're going to cross the line between both. Okay. Because we want tensile strength, we want absolute strength, but we also want some structure and mobility and flexibility in our muscles. And we don't want everything to be completely compact and not be able to do anything. So we want some structure, we want some size, we want to develop some stability. That's one of the benefits of the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is it helps build stability in the muscles. Okay. So we want to make sure that's there as well. So when you are working in a program, you want to look at the strength portions of the work that's being done in the program and ask yourself, is this focused on just getting me big? Or is this focused on just getting me strong? Or is it a good combination of the two because there's benefit in both? Okay. If you work on getting strong, you will get a little bigger. If you work on getting big, you will get a little stronger. It is possible to balance between the two and get both at the same time. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get huge and become a bodybuilder. Okay. When I say that bodybuilders are working on sarcoplasmic hypertrophy and that's what they use to get big, they're working out 2 to 3 hours a day. Okay. And they're doing upwards of hundreds of reps for different body parts a day. A day. All right. Most programs that you'll do, most of my programs, you're looking at 50, 60, maybe 70 reps for a specific area of the body in a day, maybe less, often less in some cases. So you're not getting, and your workouts are what, 45 minutes to an hour long per day. And that's if you do one a day or one a week, sorry, one workout a day. You're working for 1 hour a day for 5 days, you get 2 days off, right? Bodybuilders are eating excesses of protein, right? They're eating 2, 3 times their body weight in protein or their lean mass in protein. We're talking about just getting up to one, maybe 1.5, and they're working out 2 to 3 hours a day. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to worry about getting bulky, 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 okay, and getting huge. Um, that's okay, Cheryl. We'll talk to you later. Have fun. You can watch the video. It'll be on replay. All right. So when you're looking at a program, it needs both. Not because you're trying to get big, but because both of them work for your functional health and quality of life. All right. Hey, Jennifer, if I have 40 pounds to lose, should I lose weight before I begin to work out? Absolutely not. Start working out today. Today. The sooner you can get started with a fitness program, the sooner you're going to start to see that weight come off. Exercise helps regulate and utilize your nutrition. They go hand in hand. If you started working on your nutrition, I highly recommend as soon as possible start doing some kind of exercise because it's going to help your nutrition work better. Okay. And it's going to help build your muscles, build lean mass, which is going to help you burn fat faster. It just does all sorts of cool things. I'm actually writing some blogs and doing some videos on this. I think I wrote one that posted last week, which if you can look back, or if you just go to my site, you can see I wrote a blog about um, why fitness is important. It's not just about nutrition. So yes, absolutely. Please work out, start doing something as soon as possible. If you don't have a plan, sign up for the app. I'll put it in the notes here. Let me reply to your thing because it's finally working. Now I can do this. Um, I'll just put it in here. If you're looking for a program, you're not sure what to do, I designed this just for that situation. All right, you can go there and subscribe to the app. You get workouts. I'll be your coach, and you can have some stuff to do at home or at the gym. You can do it at home, at the gym, whatever you want to do. Okay. All right. So where was I? You need both. So in the rep ranges, now here's the deal. Here's why we don't see super high ranges on one end and super high on the other in my program or any good program. Particularly with people who are beginning. If you're just getting started, the last thing you need to do is try to do burnout sets at 15, 17, 15, 18, 20, 22 reps at a time. It's the last thing you need to do. You're not trying to do that much volume. It's not going to benefit you, right? We want to get you moving and get you some volume, get your muscles working, but we don't want to overdo it. Okay. That you get overuse injuries. Your body's not used to doing that much work. We're not trying to have you do that. Okay. 12 to 15 reps max for most beginners at a moderate weight, and you're doing okay. On the other side, on the myofibrillar side, on the power side, the strength side, we're looking at not doing things that are so heavy that you're maxing out your central nervous system and you get hurt. The focus for new people is on quality of movement over weight and intensity. So if you're just getting started in a program, you don't want to be trying to do a 1 rep max of a back squat or a deadlift or a bench press or any kind of movement because you don't understand how that movement is supposed to work to be able to handle the stress of maxing your body's physical ability and your central nervous system's ability to manage that level of stress. You don't want to do it. It's a recipe for disaster, and it's not recommended, okay, in any good program. So 3 reps is way better to say, hey, how much can you lift 3 times in a row? Because it does 2 things. It reduces the overall intensity. It's a lighter weight, okay? And during those sets, it gives you more of an opportunity to bail if you say to yourself during the 3 reps, this is too much, I can't do it, just drop it, right? If you do 1 rep, you're like, hey, I'm going to try to do this weight of a deadlift. I'm going to pick this weight off the ground. Okay. I picked up the first one. I put it down. I pick up the second one. Nope, I'm done. Right. Mentally, it's easier to stop because you've already done one. Hey, I got this. I'm ready. The second one's not happening. You have a longer period of time. If you just try to pick it up one time, just that one effort, even if you don't pick it up off the ground, is more likely to hurt you. Okay. So there's more time to evaluate and respond to the stimulus of the work itself when you do more reps. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't, just ask. I can try to explain it a different way. All right. So that's basically it, guys. When you're trying to build lean mass, okay, you want more protein. All right. You need the protein. You've got to get the protein. Again, a minimum 1 gram per pound of lean mass. If you don't know what your lean mass is, get an in-body scale, find a body composition scale somewhere near you, whatever, and get your your lean mass in pounds. If you can't do that, then just go with your goal weight, right? Your goal weight is usually a little bit more than what your lean mass ends up being, but it's okay. More protein is better than not enough. Okay, you can't overdo it, and the more you have, the better you're going to be. So go for it. All right. Um, you need more protein. Then you need a combination of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy and myofibrillar hypertrophy. So heavy weights at short ranges and moderate to light weights at larger ranges of volume to get all of the different aspects of what you need for muscle development to tell your body, I need more muscle. Give me more muscle. Take all this protein that I'm eating. Here's what I want you to do with it. I want more muscle, right? Then you're going to see an increase in your metabolism. Your BMR, your base metabolic rate, will go up. Your body will upregulate. It's going to say, I need more fuel because I have more lean mass. Therefore, I can burn more fuel because I have muscle that's asking for energy. Okay. When your BMR goes up because you have more lean mass, if you're not eating more fuel, fat and carbs, not eating more fuel, don't change your fat and carbs. Keep eating what you're eating or eat less, and you have body fat, your body's going to then say, oh, I can start using what's on my body because now I need it more because I have lean muscle that's asking for it. Okay, it's a big circle. Exercise, reduce your carbs and fat, build muscle, and you'll burn more fat. Okay, hope that answers a bunch of questions for everybody. I'll stay on for just another 30 seconds or so if anyone has any questions. Hope that made sense to everybody. I see 5 people are on. I wish I could see who was actually on. It shows me that 5 people are on. I got 7 comments somehow. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. There's comments I didn't see. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Jennifer, I hope that answered your question. All right, guys. If anyone has any more questions, add to the comments or just post in the group. I will see you guys next week. I'm always open for suggestions. If anyone has a suggestion or a question they want me to talk about on these Tuesday talks, please let me know. And I'll see you guys later. Have fun.